Hey, what's up, everyone? Your boy Bino here with week 2 of the BMO Report. Carl is on assignment. Whew. Been a hell of a week 1. Got to a lot of action right off the bat. Had some big injuries. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We had some big scoring efforts from a few guys, not too many, but as week 1 goes, sometimes the players are off to a little bit of a slow start. But got a great episode for you this week. As always, we're going to be joined by our pal Uncle Eddie, who will probably be a little red hot a little later. We're going to talk about this week's matchups coming up, and we're going to go through everything that happened in week 1 of the BMO. Here we go. All right. So a little bit about what went around the NFL this weekend. The big news from Monday Night Football was obviously Aaron Rodgers goes down with a season-ending injury. That's going to put a real kibosh on some of the key players there. We will see how that works out for Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. J.K. Dobbins, season-ending injury, and he's done for the year. Deontay Johnson, he looks like he's going to be out a few weeks. Nothing season-ending or anything, but he's going to be out a little bit. We're still waiting to hear about Austin Eckler, and we're still waiting to hear about Aaron Jones. Both of those guys suffered injuries this weekend, so their status is up in the air for week 2. We'll keep our eye on that and see what's going on. A couple key guys around the league had zeros for their teams this past week. We saw T. Higgins, Drake London, Dallas Goedert, Sky Moore among the guys that just came up with absolutely zilch for their teams week 1. Hopefully they rebound in week 2 and give a better effort. All right, let's get into the BMO week 1. We had 2 matchups come down to the final game on Monday night between the Bills and the Jets. Let's see how those worked out for our boys. Big Mike was able to rally behind Dalvin Cook, Dalton Kincaid, and Tyler Bass to get past Felton's squad by about 7. Big Mike got 20-point efforts from both Deshaun Watson and TJ Watt on Sunday to carry his team. Felton's double tight end package came up a little short along with Kadarius Toney's 0.95 points last Thursday night. This was career win number 1 for Big Mike in the BMO. Congrats, bro. The much-anticipated matchup between Bino Sammartino and Jonestown certainly did not disappoint. This one came down late Monday night and was a hell of a matchup. Bean got just enough Monday night from James Cook and Greg the Leg Zuerlein, despite a ridiculous touchdown catch from Garrett Wilson late in the 4th quarter. Bino Sammartino's wide receivers were the difference in this one, getting 20-plus point efforts from both Justin Jefferson and Calvin Ridley. This one didn't disappoint. This was the closest game of week 1 in the BMO, decided by less than 7 points. Let's check out the rest of the action around the BMO in week 1. Let's dive right into these Week 2 matchups in the BMO. Creme Brulee tangles with Gus in a battle of two 1-0 teams. Leg comes into this one riding Tyreek Hill's monster Week 1 game. Justin Herbert should put up solid passing numbers versus a less than stellar pass defense for the Tennessee Titans. Gus counters with the Dolphins' other stud wide receiver, Jalen Waddle. Baltimore wide receiver Zay Flowers should find his way into Gus's lineup after a big Week 1. Tony Pollard may have trouble matching Week 1's performance versus that Jets defense that just put up a huge performance against the Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I like Leg to get to 2-0 with the Breece Hall getting back into his lineup in Week 2. Should be a close one. We got both cities nuts, and there is no spoon squaring off in our only other 1-0 matchup for the BMO this week. This is potentially our game of the week in the BMO. If Travis Kelce is able to return to Big Mike's lineup, that should be a big boost he needs after squeaking by Felton in Week 1. Spoonie is hoping to get a better effort out of New York Giants quarterback Daniel Jones. Spoonie also sports a few high-octane players this year in Bijan Robinson and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Spoonie's edge at wide receiver in this one should prove to be the difference in a close battle. The fan mail has been pouring into BMO headquarters ever since Uncle Eddie's bit last week. Let's see what he's got up to this week.
What's up, everybody? This is Uncle Eddie Says, Week 2 preview, Week 1 recap. Not a whole lot to recap, especially if you saw my earlier post. We got a busted TV. We got a busted pellet grill. That was fucking highly disappointing. And we got a busted quarterback in New York. Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, really. That's where we're at Week 2. What can you say? What can you do? We can rant, we can complain, or we can just move the fuck on with a badass defense and one of the best running backs in the league. Jets, baby. What's up, guys? Week 2, BMO. Got a couple of matchups I want to talk about. First, Tall and Felton. Felton, I'm sorry, man. I'm still not buying into your 2 tight end deal. George Kittle has way too much competition around him to be a relatively consistently decent fantasy player, especially with Ayuk apparently busting out this last week. Mahomes is going to save you from some games, but not this week. So that said, your team is not as good as you think. It's a good team, but your defense isn't putting up 42 every week. J.K. Dobbins already went down, and fucking 2 is next. So that said, you know, I take Toll this week. I take Toll to go 2-0. Probably going to win by double digits. But come down the stretch, I don't see Toll to be a contender. Next matchup is Joe H. versus Heptig. Joe H., I'm sorry, man, but there's no fucking way Heptig is losing 2 weeks in a row. Joe Burrow is going to go off this week just based on the simple fact that nothing in the NFL ever makes sense. So he sucked last week. He's going to be good this week. Also, bro, Dak Prescott won't score double digits against the Jets defense. There's no chance. I'm not saying the Jets will win, but Dak Prescott isn't going to do jack shit. If Christian McCaffrey absolutely goes off, and I'm talking like 30, 40 points, you may be in contention, but that's a tall order. Heptic's team wins this week. He's got that dude from that wide receiver from the Saints, Olive. What the fuck is his name? Olive, whatever the fuck. He's gonna have a big week too. I take Heptic here by double spread to watch. This week, fellas, don't overthink things. Cowboys, Jets, under. Bet it now. It started at 42. It's already down to 40. And that's still too high. Okay? Next, Cincy, -3 over the Ravens. Cincy's going to go up this week. That was a hoax last week. That was bullshit. Cincy's a better team. They're going to beat the Ravens by more than 3 points. And lastly, Miami going into New England. God, I hate the fucking bet on Miami. But they're going to beat Miami by more than... they're going to beat New England by more than 2.5. They might even be underdogs. It doesn't matter. They're going to win by probably 7 points.
What's up, BMO? Your favorite luchador here. Just a few thoughts on the week one. Tough about Aaron Rodgers, but that's life, Let's talk about real crappy football. Ned Rice, 62 points. Yikes. No Kelsey, no Judy, no Kamara. Talking about my team? I'll see you in a few weeks.
All right, that's about going to do it for week 2 of the BMO Report. As always, I want to thank our contributors out there, Uncle Eddie, Big Mike, El Grande Miguel, and Carl, who stopped by to throw out his players to watch. As always, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Keep us going over here on the BMO channel. Until next time, week 3, you guys have a great week. Good luck in all your fantasy matchups, and we'll see you next week. Stay classy.
Okay, let's go.
All right, guys. It's 6:30 in the morning on Thursday. You wanted an Uncle Eddie rant? You're going to get one. Jets fans, are you guys out of your fucking mind? What the fuck is wrong with you that you think there is anything promising or look forward to watching anything Zach Wilson has to provide? Have you not been fucking paying attention for the last 2 seasons? Is this not deja fucking vu? Oh, Zach's ready. Zach's prepared. We believe in Zach. Zach's matured. No, he fucking hasn't. If he had, they wouldn't have brought in Aaron Rodgers. Okay? The only hope is that the defense pitches shutouts and Breece Hall or Dalvin Cook can break off a 50 to 60-yard touchdown run because Zach Wilson is not moving the fucking offense anywhere. Stop being delusional. This is Uncle Eddie saying, if you don't like my picks this week, just wait till the fucking playoffs.